Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Helen Ibe. Good to have you. A while ago, I asked this question on my Instagram. What does soulful playing or music mean to you? And there were lots of responses as to what people thought that meant to them. Brilliant responses. Thank you all for chipping in. Today I just want to share my idea of what I think that is as it relates to guitar and music. When I hear a soulful player, there's some components that I just want to talk about that are very predominant in that kind of playing. Emotions, expression or expressiveness, peace, tranquility, relatable, resonating, connecting. All of these words were like the theme of the answers that I received. And in all my research, these words always pop up. And I think that it's totally right. Soul music, according to Wikipedia, originated in the African American community back in the 1950s and early 1960s. This style was heavily influenced by rhythm and blues, jazz, and of course, gospel music was like a big one. Artists started to make gospel songs sound secular and people were digging it. It was largely characterized by intense emotional vocals and emphasis on the rhythm section. They sang about all sorts of things, emotions, love, and social issues that faced African Americans at that time. Soul music later branched out to form other styles like funk, contemporary R&B, neo soul, and a lot more other styles of music. Pioneers of this sound include Ray Charles, James Brown, Sam Cooke, Solomon Burke, Aretha Franklin, Al Green, Otis Redding, Marvin Gaye, and so many others. So musicians started to mimic this kind of style on their instruments, hence the term soulful playing. Soulful playing is obviously subjective because what I consider as soulful might not be soulful to another person. And some people see it as dry or, I don't know, boring. We are all entitled to our opinions for sure, and thankfully we don't have to fight about it like these guys are doing over here. Wait, are they fighting or playing? I don't know, but it looks so cute. I think that one intricate part of soul to me is connection. If I don't feel a connection to an artist or the music, then it just wouldn't do it for me. And this transverses language, culture, style, because if I resonate with the sound, then all of this would not matter. There is a certain stereotype to what soulful playing looks like or sounds like. People think that it has to be slow tempo, sorrowful, and brooding. But I don't think so. People who listen to this kind of music or this kind of music or this style of music doesn't mean that they're soulless. No, it doesn't. That is where they find their own connection, and that is okay. There are even fast players that people will consider soulful. Steve Vai is a great example of that. He can shred, but his notes still have a certain quality to them. It has intensity, it has depth, it has expression that you can feel. A lot of people can. I don't think there's a formula because we're all different and things mean different things to us. At the end of the day, soulful should be whatever you connect with, whatever you resonate with. Music that means something to you. It doesn't have to mean that to other people. That being said, it's easy to see how certain styles can depict soulfulness. Because of the kind of ambience they create, that calm, peaceful, relaxing vibe. Example, neo soul, R&B, classical music. Blues is a big one. Like the old saying goes, you cannot play the blues if you ain't got no soul. You can never play the blues, baby, if you ain't got no soul. Say you can never play the blues, honey, if you ain't got no soul. You gotta feel it deep in your heart. That's the only way to go. Blues is very expressive. A lot of it has relatable lyrics and real life experiences, so it's easy to see how the blues is considered as soulful, or the mother of all soulful music. It gives a lot of space for expression, and you can just there's so much you can do, especially as guitarists, when jamming to the blues. In guitar playing, there's certain components that I would hear that will make me say this person is soulful. One would be control of dynamics, knowing how to manipulate dynamics to fit the song or to create an ambience. On the subject of dynamics, there are a few examples I would like to show you, and the first one will be actually playing some notes louder than others. The wave of loud and soft gives your tone a flavor, and I'm going to put on a little loop and show you what I mean. I'm looping with my GT100. Second example I'd like to show is pauses. There's no way you can just keep playing without pausing for effect. It's like a voice, like a singer. Like, just knowing when to pause for effect is a really big deal. I'll show you what I mean. Let's just cue back the loop. Vibrato is another big one, and there are so many different kinds. There's the BB King type, there's the Stevie Ray Vaughan type, where he just vehemently shakes the whole of his guitar. There are more subtle ones where you just shake the string a little bit like this. There's also holding the note before adding the vibrato, there are bends, there's slow bends, there are fast ones, and there's also holding a note, which I really love. There's another thing I want to say, playing similar phrases. When you play a phrase the first time and you play a similar phrase to that one, like a motif, what they call motivic development. You play one phrase the first time, play something similar the second time, and then the third time you play something similar, but you keep going, so it doesn't become repetitive. And I'll show you an example of what I mean. Just a few simple ways that you can add dynamics to your playing. Sorry, I'm sweating. It is so hot. You guys have no idea. I think that there's also an attitude to conveying soulfulness. Kind of a combination of your personality, charisma, and of course, showmanship. Because at the end of the day, it's still entertainment. For example, if you're trying to depict happiness, let's say you're singing the song, I feel good, da 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 da. I knew that I would now, da 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 da. Like, girl, do you really feel good? Because we are not feeling good over here with that kind of singing and that kind of attitude. Stop it. It'll be more like, I feel good, da 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 da. I knew that I would now, da 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 da. You should actually look like you're feeling good, right? And we've seen artists express this in different ways. Some artists go crazy, they dance, they make weird faces. We've seen like groaning and grunting. Some people even smile when they play. I don't know of anyone who smiles. I have no idea. So how do you learn to play soulfully? I think that the first step is becoming aware of the kind of sounds that you like, the sounds that catch your attention, the kind of music that really draws you in. And then you start to find artists that play like that. And then you copy them. Yeah, you transcribe their music, switch it up a bit to form your own sound. Another way that you can learn to play soulfully is practice. That is where you find yourself. That is where you discover your tone, how you want to sound, how you want to convey yourself to people. It's your little man cave where you can make your mistakes and where you can grow and be totally honest and truthful with yourself as to how you are coming off. There is a lot of confidence and sureness and intention that comes with knowing what you're doing. It just gives you room to express yourself in whatever way that you want to, and it will still sound right because it's intentional. Soulful music can make you dance, it can make you reflect, it can make you cry, it can make you love, it can make you miss something or someone. If you associate something to an art, if you associate something to a music or an artist, that's where your soul lies, or that's where your soul finds a connection. And that is what I consider soulful. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'd like to have your ideas of what soulful playing means in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.